My name is Jothy Rosenberg. Welcome to Who Says I Can't. A lot of people get knocked down in life in some major way. It might have been a birth defect, disease, trauma, something that you think would crush their spirit. But that isn't what happens to everybody. For many, including myself, the way back is through sport. I lost a leg and a lung to cancer before I was 19 years old. On this show, I'm going to tell the story of these brave, determined people fighting back. And then I'm going to do their sport with them. Who says I can't? We will bring you the story of sailor Maureen McKinnon. Maureen damaged her spine, losing the use of her legs. She fought back with sailing and won a spot on the U.S. Paralympic team with partner Nick Scandone, who had Lou Gehrig's disease. While training to go to Beijing, she got a phone call about her 2-year-old child.
The doctor gets on the phone and basically says, if you'd like to see your son again, you should probably get on a plane right away. He stopped breathing. There's swelling in his brain.
A tumor was cut out, and the child survived. But now she would have to decide between staying with her sick child or going to Beijing with a teammate who would never live long enough to go to another Olympics.
Do I quit? I mean, how can I be a mom with a kid with this kind of cancer and train for the Olympics? But then we remembered that Nick had Lou Gehrig's disease, and Nick wasn't going to make it to another Olympics.
I challenged Maureen to a sailing race, and it was a photo finish. Kelly Bruno was born without a lower right leg.
I prayed for one thing in particular when I was little. I prayed very, very hard that my leg would grow back.
Kelly grew up and became a competitive runner. She now runs triathlons. So I decided to compete with her in a triathlon. That meant running for the first time in 38 years. We swam, we biked, and we ran. Who says I can't?
Well, upward force is fine. So if you pull now, it's an upward force.
Hugh Herr was a teenage mountain climbing prodigy. Then, at age 17, he lost both legs below the knee in a rock climbing accident.
I think my psychological strategy was to take one day at a time. That was the only way I could survive.
He not only survived, but ended up becoming an internationally known climber and runs his own lab at MIT, building prosthetics of the future. Who says I can't? I went climbing with Hugh Herr, and it was an unforgettable experience.
Leg.
Look out! Look out! Run, 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 run!
Good job, bro.
Thanks, man. That was awesome.
At the age of 16, I lost my right leg to a rare type of cancer called osteosarcoma. It's a bone cancer, and it gets into the bloodstream. And 3 years later, it had spread, and I had to have a lung removed. What I used to build myself back up was sports.
Yeah, Jothy.
First, it was skiing. I just really wanted to become a great skier on one ski. Then I realized that someone with one lung needs constant exercise. So I became very serious about swimming. And then many years later, someone said to me, "It's too bad that someone with one leg couldn't ride a bike from Boston to New York City." So my fate was sealed, and I became a biker. I went on to get a PhD in computer science from Duke. I taught there for 5 years after that, and then I got an itch to become an entrepreneur. Since then, I founded 8 high-tech startup companies. And now I'm hosting this show. Who Says I Can't is about people who won't accept limitations. It's about perseverance, courage, and heart. It's about who says I can't.